I don't know why it always bothers me when someone posts a story with their daily schedule.
I've done that.
I actually don't care what you're doing. And if you're as busy as you say you are, do you really have that much time to make a fucking Instagram story about everything you're doing today?
Pull up a chair. You're sitting at the table with Powerhouse Women, the podcast where bold women in business come to connect, collaborate, and build something bigger than themselves. We always say, if you're fortunate to have a seat at the table, pull up 3 more. That's exactly what we're doing here.
This isn't just a conversation, it's a movement. We're creating space at the table for conversations that matter. The ones that challenge you, push you, and remind you that you do not have to do this alone.
Every episode, we're talking growth, success, and the real, unfiltered truths of entrepreneurship. No gatekeeping.
No fluff, but just the perspective and community that you need to thrive. So if you're ready to surround yourself with women who get it, you're in the right place, and there is already a seat with your name on it. What's up, Powerhouses? Welcome back to another episode of At the Table with Powerhouse Women.
Today, we're pulling up a chair for Ellen Martinez. Not only is she one of our market partners in the Bay Area, but she's also a Pilates instructor. She teaches our own Pilates. We'll be doing it for our retreat again. She is spectacular. Welcome, Ellen.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited
to have you.
Am I confirmed for this year? I was asking, but no one actually told me I was doing it.
You are officially confirmed.
Oh, you're just like locked in for all future retreats.
Okay, awesome.
Unless they're So actually, since we're already on the topic of Pilates, I'd love to know how you even got started with it.
I just started taking class, and it was the first workout I really liked and stuck with for a while. And then one day I came to my regular class and no one came. So I had like a private with my instructor, and then we became good friends. And then one day she was like, you should do this. And I was like, yeah, I probably should. And it works really well with real estate because I only teach one morning. It's just Tuesday, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. So it's almost never going to conflict with work, except recently one time someone did want to see a house on Tuesday at 8:30. And I'm like, really? That was the first time. But yeah, I thought it'd be a great way to meet people outside of real estate. I started very young. I started when I was 20 in this industry, and my whole world was like all real estate all the time. All my friends were realtors, and I was like, I need to like join a community that's a little different. So it's been really fun. And me and my other instructor friends like nerd out about all the little details that literally no one else cares about.
And what kind of Pilates do you teach? Like, is it all reformer? Do you do?
Yeah, I teach on a megaformer, so it's more slow resistance training than like a classical Pilates. It is very different.
Like Legree?
It is. We're not a Legree studio, but it's, all like body rock, solid core, now like Legree adjacent.
Yeah.
So we're in that weird third category because we're not licensed as a Legree studio. But it's basically, it's the same thing.
I've been thinking of getting into that lately and torturing myself a little bit.
Oh, you should. It's a great workout.
Yeah.
It is a good workout. I usually do like traditional reformer Pilates, which I love. And lately I've been doing a little bit of Legree, but I will say like, damn, like Legree is a very, very athletic version, which I'm all about, but wow.
It's really not Pilates. They just call it that for marketing. But actually, as an instructor, it is very challenging because classical Pilates is very like rehabilitative, much slower, like 12 counts. You take a break, very stretching. Where this is literally time under tension, slow resistance training. You're not taking breaks. So even though it's called Pilates, it's really not. It's just marketing. But like sometimes people who are like injured come to my class and they're like, oh yeah, my doctor said I should do this. And I'm like, oh,
absolutely not.
The certifications are so different. Getting Legree or X-Former, whatever, the weird third thing, certified is a lot easier. It was like 2 weekends and then they pass you. You need like hundreds of hours to be classically Pilates trained. They have a lot more knowledge on like human anatomy, and it's a lot more difficult to get that certification, which is also why like it can be very expensive for those classes.
That makes sense.
That makes sense, actually.
The Legree studio by me is equally as expensive as any reformer Pilates studio, so it doesn't even make a difference.
Yeah, it all depends on the teacher, but obviously teaching, I've got way more picky about classes, and so going to like not great instructors, they just like make me mad, which I don't know how much the average user notices the varying degrees in instructors, but it is kind of like unfortunate that It could be someone's third class or someone's 5,000th class they've taught, and you're saying paying the same price because they're definitely not the same quality of class.
Yeah, totally. I feel like lately, I've always been big into fitness, and I feel like lately I've been trying so many different studios, instructors while I'm there to really figure out exactly my fit too, because my fit and the way that I want to work out is different. So finding an instructor that matches that can be really tough. So when you find your people and you find your studio, gosh, you got to stick with it.
Yeah, I think everything really depends on like, I mean, there's instructors that I would never go back to that are teaching my method and the people I like go out of my way to make it to their class.
I completely agree with that. I go to the same hot mat Pilates class every Thursday, and I never stray from it because I love the instructor. Like the pace she goes at, the movements, everything. It's really my speed, and that's the most popular class. Like there's a wait list of like 40 plus people every week. So I mean, it really is worth it when you find the exact instructor that you want to work with.
Yeah.
Shifting gears a little bit, though, I really want to talk about how you started in real estate. I know you started when you were super young. You mentioned you were 20. How old are you now? You're like 24?
24. I'll turn
24.
25 in January.
So I want to know exactly what got you into it. Were you in the middle of college? What started this?
So I knew I wanted to be a realtor since I was like 12. I was watching Selling LA on TV and I was like, I like people, I like houses, I want to do something different every day. And my mom works like HR, so she's in an office every day. And I can't fathom you go to school for however many years and then you just sit in an office for the rest of your life. I was like, that can't be it.
Hell no.
I planned to start young. I thought like, oh, I'll go to college, whatever, get my degree like everyone does, maybe build your network, whatever. So I started college in 2019 and then was on campus. It was fine, whatever, college. 6 months later, there was a pandemic. So they sent us home for spring break and they're like, actually, don't come back. And then we're all like bored at home, lockdown. I was listening to different real estate books, audiobooks, like going on walks a lot. And it was like, I might as well just start this now. Like, I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I know this is what I eventually want to do. So I started getting my license, but I had no idea what I was going to whether do with it, whether I was like joining a team, being an assistant, trying to start solo. It's such a unique industry and where every single person's business is different. There's no like black and white, not much consistency to one realtor to another, their business and how they operate for the most part. So ended up getting my license March 2021. But yeah, I started as an assistant before that. I started in January as an assistant. So, and then I was with that agent for 9 months. And then I joined the team I'm on now that I've been on for almost 4 years. So I've been a full-time agent for about 4 years and licensed for 5 years almost, which is kind of crazy.
Similar-ish to Morgan, too. Morgan started really young and when she was in college as well. So I find that interesting you guys started it so young. I'm sure it was way different for you, though, starting out in the middle of COVID.
Yeah, in 2021, like open houses came back in June. So the first few months, there weren't even open houses. And then, especially the first 2 years, I really built my business getting a lot of open house leads and many people who are clients who've turned into friends that I still see all the time today, which was definitely the most incredible part. I didn't anticipate was how many like real intimate relationships you build with these people, which makes sense because I feel like when I'm working with a buyer, depending on if they have that tight timeline and they're under a stressful situation, I feel like I absorb so much of that stress. Like, I think I told my clients the other day, I was like, I feel like the third person in your marriage right now.
Yeah, I mean, we take on that stress for sure. We're the ones that are facilitating the deal for them to make it work and make it happen for them. So it is definitely super stressful.
Definitely. And in some of those roles, to really serve your client in the best way, you kind of have to take on some of their energy when you're showing with them or you're going through the transaction to lead them the best way possible too. Sometimes that's stressful. Sometimes you take that home with you, but other times you are a better agent and a facilitator with them because of that. But yep, that can be exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always felt like the only part I admire about a more corporate job is like you get to clock out and it's over. Even like we're up all night. I mean, not all night, but well after the
Sometimes.
normal working hours, talking to clients, talking to other agents. And then I feel like even when something's going wrong and you're like, is this deal going to stay together, or how am I going to get my buyer and this all figured out? And you're laying in bed at night. It's not like easy to just turn that off and like put it away, for me at least.
Me either. That's why I'm on my phone all night and I can't sleep. It's so bad.
Yeah, you gotta.
Wait, Ellen, you need to tell the listeners about your little thing with the box with your phone.
Yeah. So
Guys, this is so funny.
I'm severely addicted to my phone and scrolling, and it's such a bad habit. So I bought this like plastic box with a timer on it, and you can lock it away.
And so has it been working? Have you been using it?
It's really nice because it's so much of it is just that like habitual like pickup. It's like you're not even thinking, then you're like, why am I on Instagram right now? For me personally. But I
I'll
do
be driving and I'm just pick up my phone and start click Instagram. What the heck? What is that?
Yeah.
Right. It's so
Oh,
yeah.
no cops are listening to this right now.
And then I mean, it's not like when I lock it up, obviously, like I have my iPad, so I can still take calls and text people, because obviously that does become an issue if like your phone's locked away for 4 hours and you can't like. Now I'm using it for like my weed pen.
Honestly,
Keep
that's
that in
smart.
if you want to.
Like
So
20 hours,
that's
I'll
not
see you
bad habits.
You're not.
24 hours, I'll see you at 6:30 tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
But I have a few more questions for you about how you started. So I mean, I was pretty young when I started too, not as young as you both were. I think, Morgan, you were what, 18 when you started?
I was 18 when I started. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was 22. So we were all kind of within that very young vicinity. And it's very hard starting out when you're young. Like, it's hard getting people's trust. I think that there's definitely another obstacle when you're a female too, that you have to kind of face and cross over that bridge. It takes time for people to actually know that they can trust you. So I'm just curious if you had any like key obstacles that you had to overcome when you started out.
I mean, and probably still carry some of this, was always so self-conscious about looking young, because like I got my license and I'm like, who would trust a 20-year-old to help them buy a house? So like the first year or two, like I was scared to even wear like a crop top to the office. Like I always wanted to dress to look older and try not to dress like, what everyone else who's like 20 is wearing. I was trying very hard to like present in a professional way. But I think a lot of it is in your head, because at the end of the day, no one's ever really asked or cared that much. I mean, maybe it's come up here and there, but I think more of it is in your head. But as long as you know what you're talking about and you're confident, people are going to trust you.
For sure.
But I think that insecurity also helped because you're overcompensating. So you're like over preparing. And maybe I was just like being a new agent and feeling like you don't necessarily know everything yet. But before open houses, in my first year, I feel like I would prepare way more than I would now.
I did the exact same thing. That's so funny. Morgan, do you have any like stories of people saying anything about how young you were when you started too?
When I first started, when I got my license at 18, I had a lot of pushback. And so I was doing a lot on social media and sharing different houses that I was personally interested in. And I was like, well, I'll just share what I like and what opportunities I see in the market. And somebody eventually will see that and resonate with that. And those will be my people. It took like a year. I think I had 2 deals, and they were tiny little deals, one of them being my own. So I think that was how I got started, where I was like, look, I am even buying my own properties. And so I was 19 when I bought my first one. And I think that helped me a lot, was I could show people that I was also like walking the walk. And that was a big thing for me. And honestly, has been a really big backbone of my entire business so far. Now I'm 29. I have 11 years of real estate experience, 10 years of actually investing in my own properties. And being able to show that has really become a foundation of my business, is continually showing up and showing the different properties that I buy, why I buy them, what different strategies I used. But that was definitely a hard part at the beginning. I got a lot of pushback from that at the beginning.
Yeah, but then you had that credibility. And I mean, it goes the same for all of us. Once you obviously start selling and showing people that you're selling, then people will trust you. Okay, she's already sold 10 houses. Like, she could sell me this $500,000 house. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's totally different how people approach it, because I see some young agents getting into the industry now that are approaching it in a way that I'm like, ooh, that's just going to take a lot longer. There could be these little shortcuts. And a lot of it is just being authentic, showing up, showing the things that you like, actually diving into numbers, even if you have 0 clients for it. But you're diving in to show proof of like, look, I'm an agent. This is what I look into. If this is important to you, I'm the person to represent you. I see a lot of agents now that they have this super salesy approach and they're just like, look at this house, buy this house, buy this house. Buying is better than renting. And I'm like, that's not going to work because you're a young agent. Nobody trusts you. And now you're coming in with this like, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I completely agree. You gotta almost just completely be yourself. But
Yeah.
you're young, and Ellen mentioned this, like you over prepare, you overcompensate for the fact that you're young, the fact that you're just starting out. So you're saying all these things and you're doing all these things, but it's not really you. And I feel like that is a mistake that a lot of us do make early on in the industry. I mean, making yourself be super professional, I don't think that's a mistake, but you have to present yourself a certain way to get the business. But I think being yourself in the midst of it all is so, so, so important. And it took me a lot longer to learn that. Once I finally start posting about like my personal life and just being me, like to the world, that's really when things started kicking into gear for me.
Yeah. I remember like one of my first big realizations with a client I worked with in my first year, like also coming in 2021, 2022 was like the first half was still a super crazy market. So I felt like it was a great time to start because I got experience under my belt before we went into the slower market. I mean, some people think it's nice to start when it's slower. So you are starting at a challenge and then it's easy, but I don't know. You also just, you start with what you're dealt, right? One of my first clients, I met her at an open house, super chill, like came in with her baby, kind of in pajamas, lived in the neighborhood. And then she mentioned, she's like, oh, yeah, like I have a property to sell. And I was like, oh, who's going to help you sell it? And she, at first, she wanted to do like a first sale by owner. And then I was like, okay, well, let's look at it. And then we ended up selling it for her. And this was like just back when the market was crazy. It was like a fixer for 1.5. It was like my first listing. And then she had inherited that house and another one from her uncle. So I did 3 transactions with her. I helped her sell 2 properties and buy one. And she was just super chill and laid back. And she kind of just, since we met so organically, I think she trusted us off the bat. And I remember just like it hit me when I was like, oh, like I don't think this woman would even want to work with whoever is like the number one agent in my office because it's not really like a personality match. And once you realize like there's clients for you and there's clients for other people and you're not for everyone and that's okay, it takes a little bit of a weight off your shoulders from that feeling like that imposter syndrome you get being so young, I think.
So true. Yeah. I wish that's something that I knew when I was your age because I feel like even my early 20s, I was good at showing my personality and finding my people. But I still think in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, I'm not the number one agent yet. Like, there's my goal. Like, I need to act like them. I need to be like them. And in reality, no, there's room. Just like you said, there's room for everybody here. The best agents will get different clientele than I will. The agents that I'm hiring in my office will get different clients than I do. There is room for everybody. And when you are yourself and you're focusing on your niche, your people want you. They're looking for you.
Yeah. I actually wish like the greater public and consumer had a better understanding because like what I know now, if I was just a regular buyer, I actually don't want to work with the number one agent who's working with 10 other clients. When I was 20 and they were my only client, like I didn't sleep for 3 days reading all the disclosures before their showing. So I could know everything. Like they were my entire world.
Yeah.
Or like in escrow, it got delayed like 2 days and I was just like crying outside their house for no reason. Like no one was worried except for me.
Yeah, no, you're so right though. And both of my parents are in real estate and they've always said that. They've always said that like the number one agent, they're going to probably toss you to their assistant or someone on their team. Like you're not actually getting the number one agent half of the time. So realistically for the general public should know, work with the agent that isn't number one necessarily because they probably have the capabilities and can work just as hard as the number one agent in the office, but they'll give you more of their time and they'll do it more efficiently half of the time.
Totally. I've also seen some clients go to certain agents because they're number one or they have a big team or whatever it is. And they're not realizing, yes, maybe they're number one or they have a big team or they specialize in a certain area. But if all of their clients are a specific type of client and fit a specific box, and you're just outside of that box, just because they're number one, like they're not going to switch their entire portfolio and their niche over to address just you. Like you're just another number, but because you don't quite fit the box that they focus on day in and day out, you are going to be at the bottom of their client list. And it's just natural. Like find the agent that will sit down with you. And when you have that initial conversation, whether it's super casual or a true like consultation, you are being very honest about what you're looking for, why you're looking for it, and the phase of life that you're in. That way that agent can understand and fit it. And if they don't know how to take that and resonate with it, that's probably not the agent for you. Like actually ask questions, actually interview these people and match the personality.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right on the money with that. Shifting gears a little, I am so curious about your childhood. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I want to know. Like, were you like born and raised in East Bay? Is that where you grew up?
Yeah, my childhood is kind of boring. Like, I have two moms. They're really cute. They met in 7th grade and they've been together since they were 18.
I
And
love that so
I
much.
have an
Like, some
brother.
people don't know that about you.
Yeah, I have an older brother. He's 4 years older, and we lived in El Cerrito our whole life. And then at the end of last year, me and my parents bought a house together in El Cerrito, and they were renting for 17 years before. So it was really cool that we could all come together as a family to build generational wealth and start that equity growing, because time in the market is better than timing the market, even though we did kind of time the market because you always get the best deals at the end of the year right around the holidays. November, December, your sellers are the most motivated because if you're selling a house around then, probably have a very good reason to. So we actually had our offer accepted the day before Thanksgiving, and then we closed in December, and we got
Amazing.
a crazy deal for El Cerrito, honestly.
And you have an awesome big closet.
Yeah, and I got to build my own closet. Our house has 3 units so that my parents live upstairs. I have the basement to myself, which I could have probably made a 1-bedroom. This could be a bedroom, but I just built a giant closet instead. And then we have a little back house as well. So, I mean, I'm 24. I don't want to live in El Cerrito forever. I've literally lived here my whole life, but it's kind of all like young families and old people here. So I'll probably rent this out at one point and move to somewhere a little more lively.
What are some lively areas that you'd want to live in?
Probably like San Francisco, just across the bridge, just to be like in a big city where you have a lot more younger people moving there for work. But I mean, I probably will live there. Everyone in San Francisco is just so, they're all trying to start companies or they're all in AI. Like it's pretty stereotypical. It's a little corny, but I mean, I always say like in every city, there's a lot of people. There's going to be good and bad. You have to find
There's
them.
going to be the stereotypes.
If you're in an area and everyone sucks, every single person you meet, you might be the problem.
So true.
I'm sure. What is like, I mean, yeah, San Francisco definitely has the general stigma of like tech bro. New York City is like influencers and finance bros. What's it like in your market, Morgan? What's the stereotype?
I feel like my stereotype, Arizona is unique because we're still such a new state that the culture is still building. So we don't have a ton of stereotypes that like have really lasted that long. But I do think a big stereotype for Scottsdale is it's the new money or the people who pretend they have new money that come here and they try to live large and flaunt it. And I think that's a stereotype of Arizona. We're definitely changing that because we are building that culture. We're becoming a huge hub for entrepreneurship. And so a lot of businesses are moving to us and that's going to change. But right now, I think there's some flashy new money that we're known for sure.
I could see that. I could see that for sure.
Yeah. You got to come to the Scottsdale lifestyle and throw money at tables and do all the things.
Yeah. Someone, I don't know if Morgan said this or someone said recently, Scottsdale's like the plastic surgery capital of America.
Wait, it's so funny you said that.
Yeah, so I feel like that's a stereotype, I think. Like everyone looks like a Barbie doll and it's a little like uncanny valley.
Actually, that's probably a good one and that's probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon. That is one of the jokes that people always give to me because I'm like I call myself a lazy maintenance girl at heart. I don't wear makeup. I don't do my hair. Like I just don't do it. I don't have the time for that. I'll dress cute. I'll dress up. But that's about it. I will go out and I'll have these pictures with a bunch of my girlfriends and they are gorgeous girls. But I am the only one that doesn't have lips done, boobs done, like Botox everywhere, makeup to the nines. My girlfriends that have to do like, they're like, no, 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 you can't take pictures. Like, we'll take the pictures and I'll do the Facetune and then I'll send it to you of what we can post. And that's Scottsdale. Like, that's what it is.
It's funny you say that because that's what I was thinking about that you were going to say stereotype because I was just this past Labor Day weekend, I was in Montauk and I was at a table with a bunch of people that I actually like, didn't know. And there was a man there that is from Scottsdale or somewhere around there. I'm not 100% positive. Anywho, this man had 20 pounds of Botox in his forehead. So, and other places in his face as well. And my friend and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So that was where like my first thought went to when you said.
Actually, yeah, that might be number one, actually. Now, it's so normal for me.
As a man?
And men, women, everybody. Like, it does not matter. It's wild, actually. But it's so normal now. And I will go to other places and I'm like, people are, not that attractive in other places. Mostly because they don't have just a ton of makeup. But then otherwise, it's like, people don't go over the top other places either. It's not like you have the boobs that are like double F's that like are popping out all the time. Like, it's wild sometimes, but it becomes so normal. Like, I don't even think about it until I post photos sometimes. And I will always get, especially from powerhouse women.
Oh yeah.
The markets are so different. And they jump in, they're like, what the heck is going on? And I'm like, I know. Just wait.
Isn't LA like that?
I mean, like they are.
LA is big though. I think like there's little pockets, but LA's huge.
Beverly Hills is like that.
Right, like Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills is actually like small in comparison to greater LA. Like,
True.
like the beach, I mean, it's there for sure. It's definitely like a little flashier money and that's one thing I love about the Bay Area. Like our money is very quiet for the most part. I mean, there's like the South Bay, Silicon Valley is definitely a little flashier, but here it's like, I mean, it's just like that stereotypical SF, like billionaire and flip flops and a Patagonia. And you don't really know, like, which is what's nice. Cause I always thought I wanted to live in LA, but then I was like, I don't want to restart my career here and have all that like keeping up culture. Like here I can drive my Prius and everyone drives it. I'm never insecure, like pulling up to a client and it's like just very normal. Like literally every block there's like 10.
Yeah, that is interesting. So going back a little bit to your childhood, because we didn't get to touch on everything. What kind of kid were you? Like, were you like more of like a rule follower? You did what you were told, or were you a little bit rebellious, sneaking out of the house?
A little bit of both. I think both young. I actually was like kindergarten, first grade, I was so quiet and shy, which is like, I feel like, yeah. And then in second grade, I met my best friend and then we started getting into trouble together. I mean, nothing crazy.
In
Just
second grade?
Yeah.
You were getting in trouble?
I mean, just like, not like trouble. Like we were just like talking all the time or like doing our own thing. Like honestly, she was probably a little bit of a bad influence on me. Like we became friends and then I started getting more, but like not like nothing crazy. But actually in sixth grade, me and all my friends were all pantsing each other. And then I guess, I don't even remember who did. Someone pants this one girl and she like told the principal or something. So we all got in trouble and I got suspended for 2 days.
Sixth grade?
Yeah. Which is like also, I mean, the principal did not like me. And I'm like, I missed 2 days of education for like pantsing people. Like, I feel like that's a little.
Pantsgate in sixth grade. That's so funny.
That's funny.
And then, yeah, my middle school was a little like, it was in portables. Like they were rebuilding the actual campus. So I don't know. It was like there was a lot going on. I never wanted to like walk my laps in PE. I remember I got in trouble for that once. One time the Spanish
Outside of school. I don't care about in school. Outside of school. What were you like? What'd you do?
I don't know. I was so lazy until like after high school.
I cannot picture you as a lazy person, to be honest. Like,
what? No, like I used to be like 145 pounds in high school. I was. Now I'm like 120-ish, which is more suitable for like I'm only 5'3", barely. But I feel like at high school, my routine was like go to school, come home, eat a bunch of food, take a nap.
Take a nap. Yeah, I actually can picture you just coming home and wanting to take a nap for something.
Like I never.
Yeah. But the Ellen that I know now, like I cannot picture that. I'm just picturing like Ellen from the retreat, that is just saying everything that she wants to. She's like bouncing around to everything. I'm
Going to Italy every
being
summer.
impressed. I'm like, I love this girl. Like, she's young, she's hungry, she's willing to take risks. Like, she's not afraid to say anything on her mind. Even if nobody else there knows what she's talking about, we're just like, sure, whatever. Whatever Ellen says, we're going.
We've actually talked about this on past episodes about Ellen. So if you guys remember in previous episodes, we've always maybe made a little mention about some of the shit that comes out of this girl's mouth. And it's so funny. Like we're like a bunch of millennials and she's like the only Gen Z. And she pops in and she's like, you guys are eating the house down. And we're like, what does that mean?
And literally everybody is like, is that good? Is that a bad thing? Like, what does that mean? I remember, I think it was Chelsea, another California market partner of ours, that was like, does she think she's fat? She's not fat. Like, does she think she's eating too much? I was like, I don't think that's what that means, but I don't know what it means, so I can't help you either.
Yeah, that's why I'm working on my phone addiction. We just try not to talk in brain rot, but it's
All
fine.
of Gen Z talks in brain rot, though, I've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our culture.
It's your culture. Yeah.
And I cannot keep up. Like, I feel like the dumbest person, but I'm also sitting there. I'm like, none of those words that were strung together made any sense. So I don't know why.
No, I feel like it's kind of sometimes it's a little intuitive.
I don't think so.
I was with some of my realtor friends in Chicago and I was like crashing out on 10 and they were like, what does that mean?
What does
I'm
that
trying
mean?
to look up like what millennial phrases like we were brought up on, but I can't really find any. But I'm just curious, like if you've ever heard some of these words, like Morgan, help me out. Like our childhood, like getting crunk, like that was.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Have you ever heard that?
I've definitely like heard it.
Ellen's like, what's that?
I saw it on TikTok today. There was like a bunch of like millennial phrases that like would send Gen Z into a coma or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, I should have saved it because it would have been so funny to talk about with Ellen. But yeah, no, it's just crazy. The transformation on what the kids are saying these days is so different from what we were saying.
So different. Yeah.
New ones, like generation under me, and theirs are actually really bad. Like I'm sure every generation thinks the next ones are weird, but I don't know. Theirs are weird.
Right. You're definitely right.
Yeah. Okay, Ellen, how is the dating scene?
Oh,
We got
horrible.
low.
I'm literally at rock bottom. I mean, this year has been really boring. I've barely been on dates this year. It's so bad.
When you do date, do you stay local by you or do you go do you cross
No.
the bridge, go to San
There's
Francisco?
like not really young people here. I mean, maybe a few in Oakland because there's some more jobs there, or people live in Oakland and commute to the city because your money goes a lot further for rent. Like you could get it in a way nicer building. But yeah, like literally every date is like, it feels like an SNL skit. Like they're all trying to start some stupid company. They're all tech, AI. They like think their company's so cool. And it's like literally like such a stupid idea. It's like, who would do this? And then they're all like kind of socially awkward and nerdy too, most of them. Or they're just like the worst like frat boy vibe ever, which unfortunately I've experienced a few too many of those, little traumatized. But that's why this year was quiet. Last year was intense.
You're just taking
You
a
need a little
breather
detox.
from-
Yeah.
Yeah, detox. So what's your type then?
My type is like, I know, the worst frat boy you've ever met.
That's your type.
Kind of. It's really unfortunate.
I have no
Ellen,
issues
no.
with the frat boys, and I am glad that I left that behind me.
I've never been into it, like ever. I've always
Yeah,
liked
you
that.
should eat.
Like
Always
like a
liked that.
pretty boy gym bro. Like I like a pretty boy, and then especially here, everyone's like, you definitely don't come to San Francisco for like hot people. So like when there's a like pretty boy, he's got way too many options. Like unfortunately, you probably do have to like date down if you want someone who's not going to be a little too cocky.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was seeing someone I met at a bar, but he was kind of annoying. I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, we don't like the annoying ones.
Yeah.
So the first date, I was like, I don't really see this going anywhere because I didn't. We're not compatible. He's really
Good for you for just knowing off the first date.
And then he just kept texting me, so I kind of just kept hanging out with him because I was bored.
You sound like me.
And then
Totally sounds like you, Marley.
It does.
I was like, I already told you where my head's at. If you want to pursue someone who's not that interested in you, like that's on you. I was up front the entire time. Like, even by the third date, or the third time, it wasn't really a date. Like, the third time I saw him, he was like, "Oh, yeah, I think there's potential." And I was like, "Why? Like, can you tell me why you think we're compatible?" Like, genuinely.
Because you're being mean to him. And then, like, when you're
100%.
mean, they love it. They, like, come fucking sprinting back for more.
I know. Every time I'm nice, they stop liking me. It's crazy.
Oh, I should start being nice because I'm so mean to men. And they
Harley
love
is
it.
so mean.
I'm
Her
s-
close friends kills me. I am literally laughing out loud when I see her close friends of different things that you'll message guys or they'll message you. And I'm like, God damn, Marley, like, get them.
I get men saying like the most absurd things to me, but like everyone's like, you need to start like a separate account, like telling all these stories. I'm like, no, this is just for you guys. It's internal and it can't be publicized. It just can't. And literally no one's going to date me.
That's
Well,
true.
like you have close friends too, though, that you post funny things on.
I try. Yeah, you guys are on it. But yeah, I finally ended it with this guy after a few. Actually, he was in my life for way too long. It was probably almost like 2 months.
2 months.
Like a long time to hang out with someone you don't like that much.
Yeah.
That is.
And
I get that.
I finally just cut him off like 2 days ago. You could take this out, but he goes, "You're so whack in general. Like, you have no excitement when you were about to come over on Friday. And you probably feel cool for using someone, but honestly, you're really just empty inside."
I'm sorry. Can we please keep that in?
Yeah, let's
Keep that in.
Yeah, I don't care.
You're honestly just whack. Wait, what?
And I never led this man on. After the first day, I said, "Don't see this going anywhere." He wanted to keep texting me.
On him, babe. On him.
I've been upfront the entire time. Yeah. I could have done. How many
No
kids?
way.
It's always when you're up front that they get like even more butthurt and then they lash out and they're like, "Oh my God, you did this or you led me on the wrong way." And I'm like, "Oh, honey, no.
How am I using you if I told you the whole time? I don't know.
No, that's so funny.
How many people actually watch this or listen? Oh my God, stop.
So far, we've had like 150, almost 200 downloads after the 3 episodes we have launched. So by your time, probably more than that.
How many people that I'm putting my text on blast to? It's not that many.
No, it's okay. We got to keep it in, Ellen. It's so funny.
We won't name names, but we will put texts on blast.
Yeah.
Then be careful with me and Ellen. Okay.
Our entire close friends list is going to see this.
All of it.
My close friends is kind of big. How many people are on yours? Mine's like 70, I think.
I actually one time my ex texted me reaching out not too long ago, actually. This was last month. And I put the text on blast on my close friends. And one of my really good guy friends was like, damn, putting him on blast like that. I was like, it's just on my close friends. And he goes, oh, I mean, I didn't know how many people were on there. I didn't realize. I was like, no, just close friends. I looked, it's 62 people.
Yeah, so we just have a
lot.
Close
I
circle.
have 131 people in my close friends. That seems like a lot.
That's a lot. I
Yeah.
don't trust that many people, but I
That's
trust
a lot.
62.
Yeah, I think mine's all girls. I never have men on it unless they're gay.
I have my best guy friends on there.
Yeah.
And they think I'm batshit. They're like, who's going to be your next victim? I'm like, I don't know. I just got rid of my last one. So, Ellen, what are your biggest icks for men?
All of them, everything they do.
You also, were surrounded by a lot of women growing up, besides obviously your brother. So,
Yeah.
definitely, you love being around women and the men just kind of destruct your environment.
I honestly feel like even if you are in a relationship with the best man possible, in a certain extent, there is still probably a slight negative loss there. I don't know.
Yeah. They're
I
never
just-
going to be perfect, but neither are we,
Yeah. No, we are. Biggest stick, just lazy. That's just
Okay,
people
that's
in
not that
general.
bad.
Just
That's
so,
okay.
I don't want to be around people in general who are lazy. I think you are who you surround yourself with. So staying around ambitious, successful people. Someone should take care of themselves. I work out a lot, so should you. I don't feel like I'm asking for anything I don't bring to the table. Really funny. That's hard though.
It is. The worst are the men that think they're funny.
Yeah.
And they're not. They tell jokes.
Yes.
Hate when people tell jokes, specifically men. But
I hate it.
I
Yeah.
hate jokes. It's what is this?
Yeah. Are you practicing these and then performing them for people? Like, literally, I'm like,
hate
what are you
jokes.
doing?
People are like so weirded out that I don't like jokes. I'm like, no, I like when people are funny. I don't
Yeah.
like when I'm being told a joke where I'm like waiting for the punchline. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a good one, I don't mind. Like, but if you're rehearsing a bad joke, it's like you practice this.
Yeah. Like, you're proud of this one? That's what you
never
brought to
funny.
me?
Or never funny, guys.
No.
I feel like a lot of guys don't have that many friends. And I'm like, I very much am not like a needy, clingy person. I keep joking. I'm like, I feel like a long distance relationship would be ideal because I actually only want to see you like once a month.
Actually, for certain relationships, like that's pretty nice. Like, you
We're
get to,
both working, we're both focused on
Yeah.
our goals. We come together and it's great. But like, I don't need to be on top of you all the time. But like, I can't
when
do
you're
like,
together, you're together.
yeah.
You can do your own thing. Yeah.
But like,
That
you need
works
to
for
have
certain
your
people,
own
though.
life. Like, if you don't have friends to hang out with when we're not hanging out and you want to hang out all the time, like I can't, like, I feel suffocated.
No. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have to also have a life for sure. But I actually have like seen some people in long distance relationships where like it works best for them. And like that's their I personally could never. I mean, I've done medium distance before and it was
Like, medium distance is probably like perfect.
medium distance is fine. I didn't like love it though. I like to live with my man.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to cohabitate with a man.
Yeah, I like to live with my but then I also like want to go
I'm out.
Yeah.
I do, fortunately. Like, as mean as I am, and everyone thinks I'm just like anti-man, but like when I love a man, I want to be with them, but not maybe I don't want to hang out with you every day. I want to do my own thing and live my own life. But when it comes down to like dating you, I want to always be with you. I'm like,
Yeah.
Lori,
That's how I am.
I draw a line with working together. We are not working.
Yeah.
See, that's where I'm like, let's mesh everything. Now, it takes the right person to do that, for sure. Because I'm the type of person I want to do everything with you. Like, we're gonna live together. We are going to literally do everything together, including work. And we're gonna be best friends, but we also have our own lives. And I think that is something like me and DeAndre are together all of the time. But we also have our own friends. We also have our own things that are going on. We're just with each other a lot. And that tends to overlap. But that can't happen with everybody.
You gotta really love that person. You gotta really like they can't annoy you at all.
No. And when they do, know how to nicely communicate that. Because that can also be respected of like, I am super annoyed by everything that you do right now. And I don't always know why. And you're like, okay, cool. I'll go do something else for a little bit. Like, we'll come back because we're going to be fine as long as we keep that communication line open. Because if I get annoyed with you and I just like bottle that up and deal with it, then I will have resentment and that will be bad.
For sure. Yeah, I think you guys managed that very well. Better than I ever could.
You will get there.
Yeah, I dated a realtor. I don't want to do it again. I want to like hear about something different. I want to like see how your day was and it's very different than mine.
I agree.
That's true.
I could never date another realtor. Imagine you were dating a man, Morgan, no offense, that posted like house tour videos.
I will say I am
Andre,
very
no,
glad.
love you.
I am very glad DeAndre doesn't do like the typical like
He doesn't.
follow me and that kind of stuff because I
Yeah, he
would be
doesn't.
like,
He's totally fine. I'm being
so
dramatic.
odd. But there's a lot of real estate in our relationship.
Yeah.
He's not cringe though, but like so many men on social media like that are in real estate are cringe and nope, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
I mean, I think
You
it's also just like men on social media. In any career, I don't really want to see your reels.
true.
Yeah.
Aesthetic feed on a man's page ever.
Yeah, I don't want to see a man with a microphone.
Yeah.
Find a man podcast. Like I don't. I actually listen to some of them, but like that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. This is funny, guys. No, but back to the icks. I want to know like ridiculous icks. Like you were kind of being like serious. Like what's something that's gonna ick you out that is so ridiculous that like a man treading water.
I mean, unfortunately, I'm like way too forgiving.
Really? Maybe you're too young.
Actually, wow. Like, no, the fact that this didn't give me an ick, the guy was just the one I didn't like, he got a spray tan once a week.
Ellen! Immediately jail.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually way too nice.
You're so nice. Oh my God.
Wow.
Ew.
Like, was it a good spray tan or was it like, yeah, this man's getting a
And
spray
because
tan?
it's also like men are hairy. Like usually you shave before you fake tan, so it's
Yeah.
too. So one time I was like really splotchy and I was like, oh, friends, I was like, yeah, his tan was really splotchy last night. They're like, why didn't you say something? I'm like, honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, what am I gonna say, babe? Your tan looks really splotchy right now. Like,
Wait. I have so many questions. So like, was
like
there
that's my problem. I actually don't have enough icks
does
that I
he,
give.
he go in to the tanning spray tan thing naked? So was it like completely even, or was he wearing something and there was like a distinct line?
I didn't notice any lines, honestly,
Right.
but I wasn't really looking for it. Was something I kind of just like push away and try and ignore it and not think.
You are such a better person. Like you're way too good of a person because
Yeah,
I wouldn't just like be immediately now. I would like make fun of him.
completely. Yeah.
Well, I am from the Jersey Shore, so I will say there are men that do go in tanning beds here. I have probably dated some of them.
I think
Probably.
I don't think
I
they
will
do
say
it as much.
tanning beds, I don't notice as much. Like a spray tan, I'm like, I can fucking see your spray tan and it's coming off on your clothes. For like a tanning bed, unless they're abusing it, like DeAndre and I will use one every now and then, and it looks like a natural tan.
Exactly.
That I'm not as worried about. But yeah, if you came in with a spray tan and your hands and feet are orange, I'm gonna be like, bro, what's happening?
So is this guy getting in bed with like a smelly spray tan?
I mean, it's honestly, it was hard because I fake tan too. So I'd be with him and I'm like, whose fake tan is smelling? Is that mine? I can smell
Which
the
one is
tan.
it?
I don't know whose it is though.
Who got the sheets orange?
Yeah.
No, dark sheets.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's where it's like I really have no room to talk. I actually should have more icks.
Yeah, interesting. I have like a boatload.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, we compiled a list a while ago of like absolutely like absurd ones that are just like it's like almost offensive. Like men are like, can we do anything at this point? Like
No.
it's a joke. Like I don't know. Like I don't really like get like the full-fledged ick. I mean, I've dated men that have given me the ick a lot, almost
Yeah.
every day, and I still dated them. But
Right. I mean, like when you really love someone, you look past things.
yes, for sure. Unfortunately, but anywho,
Rough out here.
this episode has been truly so funny. But a few more things, and then we have to wrap up. What piece of advice would you offer to entrepreneurial women, either just starting out in their career or really at any stage? It doesn't matter.
I think the biggest thing that I'm focusing back on that I think really helped me in my first years is it just like you are who you surround yourself with. Like I truly always want to be the least successful person in the room. Always.
Yeah.
No matter where you're at. There's always going to be someone doing more, right?
Always
Like, especially in real estate, like finding the right mentor will make or break your career for sure. My team lead is literally one of the most incredible women you will ever meet. Like she's started really young too, owns a ton of doors. She's flipped property. Her family, like her father would buy and flip foreclosures. So she has a lot more foreclosure experience than a lot of agents in my market because we actually don't have a ton here. And I mean, yeah, like she could probably be a GC with the construction knowledge she knows. And so learning that from her is what I have focused on. And just she's so humble and generous because there's so much ego in this industry. And to find someone who truly just wants you to succeed and isn't going to be like, put my name on everything and give me all the checks and you do all the work. There's a lot of those. It's hard to find really good ones.
the mentor piece is huge. That's how I started too. And I feel like whenever anyone comes to me and asks for advice in this industry, that's exactly what I say. Find a really solid mentor.
Yeah. And even, I mean, you have to look at your friends too. Like when I first started, when I was 20 and I was hanging out with my friends from high school, I kind of cut people off to like focus on this and be around the right people. But it's like, it becomes hard to relate to them too. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like,
Yeah, well, that's just entrepreneurship too. A lot of people that work a traditional 9 to 5 don't understand that like we can't hang out on weekends because we have to work sometimes. I mean, like once you've been in the industry for so long and you're still with the same friends, like they totally get it. And it's not like they understand, even though they're not in it. But I do think that yeah, there's going to be a lot of weaving at and cutting people out in your 20s. I've had to do that. I'm sure Morgan had too.
Oh yeah. And I think that's part of I mean, I think that's part of life in general, but definitely entrepreneurship. Anything that we are, no matter what industry you're in, if you are trying to better yourself and better the people that are around you, whether that's your company or your friends or your family, if you're trying to do that, you are going to outgrow people. And sometimes it's super painful, sometimes it's not at all. And sometimes those people come back around one day. But you don't always grow together. And there is a point where you have to assess, like, hey, where does my time need to fit right now to be in the phase of life that I'm in or to jump me to the next phase? And being malleable with your time and being willing to go back and forth and ebb and flow is super important.
Absolutely. Lots of lessons to learn in your 20s. I mean, there's lots
So many.
to learn in all decades of life, but I just turned 30. So I feel like looking back on all my 20s, it was just a true roller coaster. But the best,
Trial and error, yeah.
And we
yeah,
had-
but like the best roller coaster. I absolutely loved my 20s. They were epic.
Loved them.
it might still be like that. You've been 30 for like 2 months.
I know. I know. Actually, ever since I turned 30, my life's been even more epic.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to be older and have more money and more like just self assurance, especially because
Yeah.
I mean, by the time I'm 30, I'll have been in the industry for 10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I know. I can't wait. I love getting older. I love, especially when you're doing something that you like and you're like building the foundation that's only going to compound over time. Plus everything that you're doing in your personal life, like you're going to be in your 30s. You're going to be so far ahead. You're going to have gotten all this trial and error out of the way already. And you're going to be able to like really pick the path that you want to be on. And it's much easier from that point on. Like, I'm so excited to see you in your 30s and be like, I remember her at our first retreat when she was 23. Like, I can't wait.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, even though you're younger than me, I look up to you in so many ways. I think that you're so wise to be at the age that you're at, doing what you're doing, and have been doing it for so long now. Like, I mean, I'm impressed. And I think I remember being on your interview when you interviewed with Powerhouse Women, and I was like, wow, I'm impressed with her.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely have like a age complex I'm trying to let go of. I sent a video to a new coach and that was answering questions for her. And I said like, oh, what did she think of it? And they're like, oh, she loved it, but she's very intuitive and she thinks that you are insecure about your age, which I mean, obviously I used to be a lot more, but I can't say it's like, oh yeah, I don't even think about it anymore. But I think like I said in the beginning, it's so much in your head. Like you just have to get over it. And no one really cares as long as you know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm always every person I meet, I'm like, guess how old? Not well, I don't bring it up. But if they ask how old I am, I'm like, guess. And everyone thinks I'm like late 20s, early 30s, which is what I want them to think. I'm not like offended. I want to come off as older because I think if I come off like a 24-year-old, I don't think as many people will trust me with their business if that's what you present.
Yeah, but then once you're 30, you're going to be like, how old do I look? And they're going to be like, 22. And you're going to be like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. You always want what you can't have. So
Yeah. Yeah. I can relate to you a lot, though. I look pretty young. And when I was really young and I looked very young, I was definitely insecure about it in this business. I didn't care about it outside of work, but it does affect you. And then, like I said at the beginning, like throw being female on top of it. And then throw in being blonde, too, because there's that
Yeah.
whole like thing of being blonde and dumb. So, yeah, no, I could totally relate.
I actually in 2020, I let my friend in beauty school bleach my entire head. It was horrible. She like fried off parts of my hair. It was orange. It was splotchy.
Oh my
I spent a
gosh.
shit ton of money on a color correction. I was blonde for like 2 or 3 more months. And then I was like, all right, I'm tired of paying for this. And like my hair is fried. So I dyed my hair dark brown again, closer to my natural color. And I remember also thinking, I was like, I do feel like entering this industry, which is what I kind of was doing at that point. Like, I think a darker hairstyle is a little more, whatever those preconceived notions are about
Yep.
blonde women.
I'm blonde.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, I finally got some highlights, which I really like. So shout out to Summer, the hair girl.
Okay, so we're wrapping up, but one thing we like to do at the end is everyone gives a hot take. And it can be about anything. It doesn't even need to make any sense either. It could just be whatever you think. Hey, all right, chat, what's my hot take?
I upgraded to Chat Pro this weekend, so I'm excited.
Are you training your chat on yourself and your business and all the things?
I'm working on it.
It takes
So,
time for sure.
what's a hot take I would have?
Morgan, do you have one?
I do have one. If you drive a Tesla, like I have so much judgment. Like I way to be the most generic. Like remember when cars used to have so much personality and now they look all the exact same, like there's zero individuality. I feel like Teslas are the car version of like the white modern box houses people are brainwashed into thinking are like these modern beautiful things. And I'm so annoyed with that. Anytime I see a Tesla, I'm like I have disdain for Teslas. Like I hate them.
I hate being in them. My mom has a Tesla. And she's also, sorry, mom, love you, but terrible driver. And for the 5 seconds, it's like, I'm going to throw up. Like,
Yes.
cars, they're the worst.
I hate them so much. Like I just interviewed an agent who might be joining our team. Love her to death. I think she's gonna be awesome. She's a young one coming into it. But then she mentioned she drove a Tesla, and I looked over at DeAndre, and I was like, "Oof, like that's such a red flag to me." And I'm like, "Morgan, ignore it. It's just a car. It's just a car." But I'm like, "There's so much judgment. I hate it so much."
You guys, I thought I had a hot take, but I don't even know if I should say it because it low key shades a lot of our people.
Go
Well,
ahead. Hot take is a hot take, babe.
Yeah. Technically, a lot of our girls also drive Teslas. So sorry to everybody, but I hate your car.
I don't know why it always bothers me when someone posts a story with their daily schedule.
I've done that.
I actually don't care what you're doing. And if you're as busy as you say you are, do you really have that much time to make a fucking Instagram story about everything you're doing today?
Yeah, actually,
I love it.
once I've gotten to the point of being so down bad busy, I don't even post anything.
Exactly. It's like, make yourself look so busy, but you're posting it like no one asked what you're doing today. No one cares that you have 3 buyer showings and then you're putting a listing together. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I love everyone. I know a lot of our sisters do it. I love you guys.
Our sisters. We're not a fucking sorority.
I tell everyone, I'm like,
We're a coven.
Yeah.
Sisters, witches.
I describe this. I'm like, yeah, it's like a little real estate sorority.
It kind of is, to be honest. We almost have little chapters. Yeah.
I hate that. We're not a sorority.
We're not a sorority, but it does. Yeah.
They're sorority adjacent.
You're right.
This is not
know
me
what?
totally looking at my own Instagram story from yesterday, and I totally did that. And
I've done it multiple times.
But I'm like, yep, that was me.
It's like no hard feelings. I don't actually care, but I'm just like, why did you think someone wants to know everything?
You know what? As our Gen Z correspondent, you just had to put us in check. And
Yeah.
and now everybody knock it the fuck off and stop doing that.
Yeah. Cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Move on.
No one gives
Better
a shit.
contact.
I love it. I love it, Ellen. That is perfect. All right. What is my hot take? For some reason, one just popped in my head that's like very random. I don't even know if it's a hot take. I feel like most people would actually agree. I hate it when people bleach their eyebrows. What are you doing?
I don't understand that trend. Why is that a thing? What started that?
I hate
Because
it.
it doesn't look good.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Do whatever you want. I don't care. But if one of my friends was like, should I bleach my eyebrows? I would say no.
He was like very
I know.
editorial. Like, okay, if you're in like a magazine shoot or fashion week, whatever. But if you're bleaching your eyebrows for like the day to day, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very-
I'm all for fun beauty choices, like be your own person, but also like make it make sense to me a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like the bleach eyebrows. That was so random. Like that was the one thing that popped in my head. Like I had to say it out loud, you know?
So cut that shit out. No Teslas, no bleaching your eyebrows. Like
Whenever I do, knock it off.
beauty and check.
You guys know what butthole mouth is?
No.
You guys, Ellen, butthole mouth
Is
is?
that like smoker lips?
No. Well, kind of. So like when you guys were young and you were bad, did your mom ever go, knock it the fuck off?
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh.
butthole mouth. I was sitting, when I was in this past summer,
That's funny.
I sat in like we were at a table with all my friends. We went around. I asked everyone, did your mom do that? And only one of my friends was like, no, my mom has never done that.
Yeah, totally. I have vivid memories of that actually.
Knock it off. You're like in
That's even
public.
how I am with my dogs. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
You're like in public, like, Mom, can I get the gushers, please? Knock it off. I said stop.
you're like, okay.
Okay, you guys. I could really keep going, but we are at a close.
Stop posting your agenda. You want to just like post your Google Calendar for the week? Do you really want to think you're doing? Do we need to know that? Why? How is this? What's the idea?
Yeah, what's the goal here? I did see somebody that on their stories for the entire week, they did like the day Google Calendar screenshot and would screenshot it over things. And I was like, ew. And it wasn't even color coded correctly. Like, if you're gonna do that, color code it well. Otherwise, like, why is it like bright red and orange and green on your aesthetic feed? That makes no sense.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for a day in the life video. Like, that's cute, that's fun, that's entertaining, but show
Or
me, you know?
don't do that, Ellen.
Yeah.
Whatever you tell me to do, I will do. Like,
Okay, good.
okay, ladies, this has been great. Ellen, we want to have you on again. I could literally laugh with you all day. Where can everyone find you, connect with you?
I'm on Instagram, Ellen Martinez RE. That's the main platform I'm using. And then call me, text me, 510-685-6169.
Phone number.
I love it.
Love you, Ellen. Thank you so much.
Love you guys. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Mwah. Love you.
That's a wrap on this episode of At the Table with Powerhouse Women. Thanks for tuning in. If you loved today's conversation, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review.
Your support helps us keep pulling up more seats at the table.
Want to keep the conversation going? Join the movement at powerhousewomen.com/society.
And connect with us on Instagram at Powerhouse Women.
Until next time, keep showing up, keep building, and remember, there's always room at the table for you.